What if I told you right now, if I could actually convince you that placed within your backyard, there was a treasure, not just any treasure, but buried somewhere in your backyard beneath the grass or the rock or the dirt, whatever it is in Arizona, there was something of value worth $3.6 billion. How long would you go looking for it until you found it? Would you go for 5 minutes, an hour? Would you look all day? Would you look a week? Couple months, a year? How long would you look for that treasure and for you to be able to say the search was worth it? I want you to keep that in the back of your mind as I read the scripture to you here today. This is Proverbs chapter 2, verses 1 through 5. And Proverbs was said to be written by the wisest man besides Jesus on all the earth, Solomon. And him saying this would be coming from the perspective of looking at all of the world's treasures, everything that could be offered to someone on this side of eternity that is a rich man, an affluent man, a man with influence, with power, and with many materials. And yet he said this in Proverbs chapter 2, verses 1 through 5. It says this: "If you accept my words, if you store up my commands within you, turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding, if you cry aloud for insight, and if you call out for in understanding, and if you search for it as for silver and look for it as for hidden treasure, then," it says, "you will understand the knowledge of God and find the fear of the Lord." In other words, what you will find upon looking for and searching for something of so much value is knowing God and the fear of the Lord. Now, what is the fear of the Lord? I've heard it said like this: the fear of the Lord is not being afraid of God, rather it's being afraid of being away from him. That you are so close to him, you want to love him so much that you can't imagine not being close to him. You're terrified of distance from God. I believe that God is the greatest treasure that you or I could find. Why do I say that? Because there is not anything on this side of eternity that he didn't create. Therefore, any person or thing that we look for to try and satisfy within our hearts, anything we search for, will ultimately be in vain in terms of fulfillment or contentment, because he's the one who created that person or that thing. Therefore, I believe the only proper conclusion is this: that Jesus in relationship with him is the best thing on this side of eternity. I don't see that changing in forever. My encouragement to you today is, as you read through Proverbs chapter 2, 1 through 5 for yourself, and as you read through other scriptures, go through other daily devos, get in the presence of the Lord, that you would search for him until you find him. Because when you look for him, no matter how long it takes, 5 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, a week, months, I'm telling you, the search will always be worth it. Friends, search for him today, and I hope that you find him. And when you get to the other side, share it with us. Let us know how it is being in God's presence and how he speaks to you and how he's moving in your life. Love you guys so very much. We're praying for you, and that's today's Daily Devo.